coming to the topic today, I know the title or the subject matter today is Beyond the Hype, E-Invoicing, ERP and the Future of Tax Compliance. So I'm really interested why you believe it's a relevant topic at the moment and what's going on globally.
Globally, the EU and then started an initiative to have e-invoicing in place, but also VIDA, which is VAT in the VAT digital age with automated declarations and stuff like that. And the rollout is busy. Is being done step by step. In Europe, it means that each country has its own take. That's a bit special about it. But okay, it's going on, and then the newest deadline is the one for France, starting in September, the 1st of September, and that will be special because France has its own take on it, typically for France maybe, and they done it really nice. Continuous transaction control, meaning that the government is involved from step one. And that's not always the case. For instance, in Belgium, it's a much simpler approach where you as a company are involved, your platform is involved, the platform of your customer is involved, and finally the customer. That's only 4 parties involved. In France, it's from day one, like they have the 5-corner model, and that makes things really complex, but interesting.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's always interesting, but quite a lot of the time challenging as well. I mean, I know it's being viewed, especially in France, viewed as a compliance deadline. But for a lot of organizations, this is going to be a massive test on whether their ERP processes and data are actually going to be fit for the future.
Yeah, you have to think about many things. Of what we discovered, it's not only about your master data, which should be ready, but also, for instance, your customers should be ready, and you have to tell them and inform them about it and make sure they also do the necessary things, because otherwise you can't exchange e-invoices, for instance. So you have to be ready in many ways, and things also complexer if you're an international company, because then you have to comply with standards in many countries. And then you have to think on your strategy, on your architecture, on how to do it, because you don't want to do like if you need e-invoicing in 5 countries, you don't want to have 5 different solutions maybe.
Yeah, of course, 100%. I mean, e-invoicing is often presented as something that's completely new, but in reality, it's part of a much longer evolution. How did we move from paper invoices to PDF invoices, and why is PDF now no longer enough?
Well, it all started with paper invoices. They were entirely manual. Maybe they were printed on a matrix printer and you printed them in double or threefold because you needed your own copy. But then PDF invoices, they digitize the delivery, so to speak. So you send them by mail, but not the processing. The PDF is still meant for a human to read. Then e-invoicing is more about exchanging structured data between systems. And then maybe in Germany, they have like a mixture between two. They have the Zugwert invoice that contains both a regular PDF and also structured data in XML. But it also means that with this evolution, you need to be prepared, and there is an impact on your ERP system. So you need to have the correct VAT information, structured addresses, legal entity information, payment terms, all kind of things which are mandatory for an invoice that is being checked by your provider, or maybe like in France by the government. Yeah, we could say a PDF is digital paper, but an e-invoice actually is digital data.